it's Heath from Four Oaks Farm, and now we're going to talk about the solution on how to fix this sulcus thrush problem. So what we recommend is no thrush. It's a thrush powder, and it's non-caustic. And again, I'm going to remind you, you do not want to use anything that is caustic. So a lot of the products that you buy over the counter and the bleach and the peroxide and all that kind of stuff, they work, they kill the bacteria, but they damage the tissue down inside that heel. And so you're not going to ever get that heel crack to regrow. So with the no thrush, again, it's a powder, and I'll go through the process. So day one, typically when you find this, it's the sulcus thrush has gone crazy, and the frog and the heels, they're a soggy mess. They're just loose and messy. So with the powder, you're going to do a couple of things. Number one, you're going to puff it up inside that heel crack, or use your hoof pick, put a bunch on top of the heel and use your hoof pick to wiggle it down in there. I need enough in there that it's going to draw, pull, and absorb all that breeding ground out of that heel. Secondly, you'll lay some inside the clefts. And then third, and this is very important, and it's a step that a lot of people miss, is you need to take your hoof brush and you need to scrub that entire foot. I need that powder to touch every nook and cranny around the shoe, behind the heel. Touch it and rub it, and we'll show videos so you really see what I'm going for. So you're going to do that every day for a week during that active period. In a couple of days, you're going to find that that heel and that frog are going to start to firm up. They're going to get nice and strong, and that horse is going to start to heel walk again. So I do it for seven days in a row just to make sure. But the goal is to get everything firm. Once it's firm, then you can back off and now do it every couple of days. Because if you stop, the heel crack's still there. This isn't making the heel crack grow, it's allowing it to grow. And so if you stop, boom, the new bacteria goes right back in there, and now you're in the cycle. So we don't want to be in the cycle anymore. So now I'm doing this every couple of days. It's making sure that nothing new gets in there while this heel regrows. Maybe by week 3 it's every 3rd day, but no less than that. It's going to take time frames. It's going to take, again, around 5 to 7 days for everything to firm up nicely. At that point, 30 to 60 days for the heel to regrow. That's important because a lot of people they'll get impatient and expect to see, miracles in a week. A lot of times you're not going to see anything happen, except everything's firmed up, but you're not going to see anything happen with that heel crack because it's going to regrow from the inside out. And so I'll get calls from people after a couple of weeks going, nothing's going on, nothing's happening, it's not healed. It's regrowing from the inside out. So the only way you're going to see it for a while is by using your hoof pick, stick it down in that crack, and use it as a depth gauge. And then you'll see that it's getting shallower and shallower. One other tip that I get calls about is they will call and they'll say, hey, the crack is getting bigger. It's getting wider. Well, in truth, a lot of times that is actually happening. And why that is because that horse is now comfortable heel loading again. He's getting that extra weight, it's decontracting the heels, and so those heels are widening up, and so it's making that crack open up. But remember, it's getting shallower. So one thing to look for is when you look at the back of it, so from the coronet to the heel bulbs, ultimately it's going to look like it's just zipping up, like somebody's taking a zipper and just zipping that heel crack up. So the goal is to get it to the dimple so that nothing can get in there. You can't get a hoof pick in there. It's solid hide and tissue. At that point now we're done, except that what we need to know is that thrushy horses tend to be always thrushy. The analogy is athlete's foot for people. If you're prone, you just get it. So what we do is we'll get all the horses to the dimples, and then at that point we will do weekly maintenance, and we'll do it once a week. We've got 70 horses here. We dust every horse every Friday, no matter what. And it just keeps us out of the cycle. Okay, that's the plan. Bye.